Off-camera flash is one of those things that almost everyone wants to learn how to do, and really anyone can learn how to do it. All you need is a little help getting started, and that's what you're going to get in this video. I'm going to make this really easy. All right, the whole point of this is to create a lighting setup with one or more flashes or strobes that you can control remotely from the camera position. There are plenty of ways to do this and lots of different solutions, but for this example, we're going to use a Westcott wireless flash trigger and a Westcott strobe. Okay, let me show you how easy it is to sync your camera and your strobe. Step 1, mount the flash trigger to the camera's hot shoe and secure it with the locking ring. Step 2, power on the strobe. And note that I'm using channel 9 and I've assigned this strobe to group A. And we can either use TTL mode or manual mode, but we're going to control the mode with our triggers, so what you select here really doesn't matter at this point. Step 3, next we power on the trigger, and notice that our strobe synced up with the settings we currently have on our trigger. The strobe is now in manual mode because our trigger was previously set to manual mode, and the power is set to 6. You can see that this is all working because the trigger is operating on the same channel, channel 9, and by pressing this button, we're controlling any lights assigned to group A. In this case, it's just the one light. Okay, we now have wireless remote control of our light. Step 4, let's control our light settings with our flash trigger. Now I'm going to change the power setting for my light by changing the power setting for group A. I'm going to set it to 7, and you can see it changed the power setting on the light to 7. If we had a light assigned to group B, we could change the settings for that light the same way. But for now, I have all the other groups in sleep mode. Okay, now we've got our lights synced up to our camera and our flash trigger, so we're ready to roll with our off-camera flash setup. Generally what happens next is I'll place my key light, and here you can see I've attached a softbox to the strobe. If I'm using a second light, I'll assign it to a different group so I can control both lights individually, different settings for different lights. This makes things really convenient and puts a lot of control at your fingertips right from the camera position. For example, I've got a key light and a rim light for this setup, and if I want to use both lights, I can set them both to fire by turning on both groups. If I want to switch things up and I just want to use my key light for a few shots, I can put my rim lights group in sleep mode, and now only the key light fires. And of course, I can control the power settings for any light directly from the flash trigger. With a setup like this, you can create really professional looking, sophisticated lighting. All you need is a good radio flash trigger that's compatible with your camera, and strobes are flash units that are compatible with that radio flash trigger. This Westcott trigger is compatible with my camera and can control any number of Westcott strobes or flashes. Look, if you want to get serious about flash portraiture, check out the links below for some good free instruction and a list of lighting gear that I recommend. I'll see you next time.